The Nets are coming down here in Stillwater and hardly anyone's left. Joey Graham gets his turn with the scissors. The seniors have already clipped their part of history. John Lucas comes over here and gives Sean Sutton's son a high five. Lucas tied his string of net around the edge of his cap. Stevie Graham takes his share of the net down. Boy, there's no experience quite like it, folks. There aren't many teams that get a chance to cut down the nets at the end of a season. And as Tom said, boy, who would have thought that this team would be doing this? Who would have thought after the loss to BYU, after the loss at Texas Tech, that this team would be doing it? But they are. Truly a magical moment. The team has their Big 12 champion t-shirts. These are the official t-shirts that are available at the OK State Authentic store here in Gallagher-Iba Arena. They've already sold a ton of them. Really a special time here at Oklahoma State University. Marcus Dove, the redshirt freshman, a player who has a lot of promise. Clips his net share. R.W. McQuarters in the house tonight, comes by and shakes our hand. He was here for the big game and the magical moment, as is usually the case. We got a lot of people that show up from our past at these big contests. Of course, R.W. was not only a star football player, but a part of the basketball team as well here in Stillwater. What a great day. What a great day. Sean Sutton will get a chance to flip the net. What a terrific coach he is, and a terrific person as well. His wife Trina right behind us, as she always is, awfully proud of her husband. Glenn Cyprian, I think Harry Birdwell said it well, a role model for the players on this team. You know, all these assistant coaches, I think, will be fine head coaches when their time comes, and Glenn Cyprian's time is probably coming quickly. What a class individual he is, and a real joy to be around. James Dickey now steps up. If there is a nicer person in collegiate coaching, I would dare you to find him. Not only is he a tremendously knowledgeable coach, but one of the classiest people you'll ever encounter in sport. Kyle Keller, Director of Basketball Operations, but probably the most knowledgeable basketball operations guy you'll ever find. All class, and a very, very hard worker and a knowledgeable basketball man. All the coaches getting their turn. Ren Baker jumps up. You don't hear much about him. Administrative assistant, formerly a graduate assistant coach. He will be a fine head coach someday. Great knowledge of the game of basketball and a real asset to this Cowboy program. In fact, I think it's fun to go ahead and recognize these people as they're cutting the nets. Matt Herring, strength coach for the basketball team, added a couple of years ago as basketball was given their own strength coach. And Matt Herring has come here and just done an outstanding job as this team is in better condition than ever before. Murphy Grant, the trainer, many times a person who doesn't get enough credit, a former collegiate athlete himself, and I think a real resource for this team. Derek Joyner, longtime manager, now the head manager. I have a hunch Derek's going to be a good head coach. Derek's been around this program again. For a young man, 23, 24 years old, really has learned the game from Coach Sutton. Another of the managers, Evan Henniger. These guys do a lot of work. They do the laundry. They get the basketballs ready. They keep the stats in practice. They make sure that everything is taken care of. And the managers here are probably as good a group as any you'll find in college basketball. They really do a good job. Everybody getting their turn clipping the net, and that thing's just about gone. We've got a couple of more strands, and then we'll have to go to the other end and take care of that one. Teddy Owens jumps up. Does that name sound familiar? Well, his dad was Ted Owens, longtime successful coach at Kansas. Great collegiate coach, great bloodlines. Teddy, just a class young man, and his dad, seated behind us in about the fourth row and a very close friend of Coach Sutton's. They continue to cut the nets. They're cutting some of the strands and saving the last big strand for Coach Sutton, obviously. Joe Atkins has come on board as a student assistant as he finishes his degree, is clipping the net now. One of the great shooters in Oklahoma State history, and has done the Cowboys a lot of good with his help, especially in terms of shooting. Finally, the man himself. He'll get to clip the last two. He holds the net high in the air, and Gallagher-Iba Arena explodes in applause. Is there anything prettier? We'll pause. Cowboys are Big 12 champs. The final score today, 70-41, Oklahoma State over Texas A&M. This is Cowboy basketball from Learfield Sports. Back in Gallagher-Iba Arena, where the Cowboys are the Big 12 Conference champions. 70-41 was the final score today. Oklahoma State took it to Texas A&M. We'll pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Cowboy basketball.
KSPI-FM, Stillwater, North Central Oklahoma. Hot 93.7, your great sports connection.
Let's head out to the floor now. Tom has Janaba Weatherspoon.
Well, Spoon, it doesn't get any better than this.
Yeah, it's definitely an awesome experience, man. We worked hard all season and all summer, man. It all paid off today.
You know, a lot of people didn't give you much credit going into this Big 12 season, and it was not a smooth ride, but you guys are convinced that you can beat anybody if you play well.
Hey, we'll take it however it comes, man. We're picked number 5 in the conference to win. We were picked 5th in the conference, and we ended up winning it all. So that shows you that people doubted us from the beginning.
This wasn't an easy game to play today with all the emotion. It certainly wasn't easy because A&M didn't let you run up and down the court, but you never can complain with a 29-point win.
Yeah, it was hard for the seniors because all of our family was here, and it was an emotional game, and we all knew it was a lot riding on this game. But, you know, we played a good defense, and we ended up getting it done anyway.
A lot of you players have said this. Hey, this is why I came to Oklahoma State. You knew you always had a chance. This team really came together maybe quicker than a lot of people thought it would.
Yeah, I laugh about this because, you know, Coach Cyprian recruited me, and he told me that we were going to win the Big 12 championship, and it all happened.
Well, let me tell you, a lot of people here understand the role you played on this team. Congratulations. I appreciate you visiting here.
Hey, thanks a lot, TD.
That's Janaba Weatherspoon.
Okay, Tom, thanks very much. We'll pause, come back with more post-game festivities as the Cowboys are the Big 12 champions. 70-41, they defeat Texas A&M today. We'll pause. You're listening to Cowboy basketball.